Today I've decided to take a little break from radio repair and restoration and just kind of do something a little relaxing. You know, you got to do that once in a while. You just got to do a little change of pace. So I'm going to sit here and work on some 78 RPM records I bought. I bought a whole box of them at a flea market. The original cost the guy wanted was $50 or something like that. And they were just piled in this box, and they looked to be in pretty good shape, you know. And the jackets weren't so hot, or the sleeves, I guess I should say, the sleeves, but of course, you know, these are old as the hills. Anyway, I decided to just sit here and eat some Fig Newtons and kind of clean them up a little bit and listen to them. He eventually marked, apparently nobody wanted them, but some idiot like me, but he eventually marked them down to $10 for the whole box. So I said, you know, it's worth it. There's bound to be at least 10 records in there that are, you know, nice enough to play. I had no idea what they were, so I decided to go ahead and snap them up. So I got one of them in my old turntable right now that I've been playing. It sounds pretty good.
When I'm alone, then the teardrops start.
Not too bad, really.
I realize it's true.
Anyway, I finally got new needles, new 45 and 78 RPM needles for this thing. Got them installed. And the next thing I need to buy is an idler wheel for it. And I'm going to do that. I've been putting that off, and I really do need to get that done. That'll be my next order, because this one's too noisy. It's hard. The rubber's like a rock. I need something a little quieter. But, you know, you can't hear it when the record's playing, but it drives me crazy when the record's not playing. So, let's see. This thing is changing again. I just love these old records. There's all kinds in that box. I mean, all kinds of different people, different kinds of songs and music.
I'm all dressed up with a broken heart, pretending.
Anyway, that's what's going on today. A little bit of relaxation, a little rest and relaxation. Incidentally, that last record you heard was Peggy Lee. And she one side was Manana, and the other one was All Dressed Up with a Broken Heart. So she sang pretty good. And then this one here was the other nice one. Is Les Paul and Mary Ford.
Johnny is the boy for me. Always knew that he would be.
There's some pretty nice sounding records. A lot of them are in excellent condition.
I would play a waiting game, knowing he will come to me. Ever since the world began, woman always got her man, and Johnny is the boy for me.
Now here's something interesting. Here's one of the 78s that has a nice big dig in it. Now, you know, an LP, if it had a dig like that, would be worthless. You might as well junk it. But in a 78, even the edge right there is chipped, and it doesn't matter because you can start your needle a little further over, away from the chip. But that dig right there, you would think would do this record in. And it's right there in the beginning, too. Well, let's see what it sounds like. Now this is Gordon Jenkins and his orchestra. And here's what that record actually sounds like. It's amazing, isn't it? You can't even hear that scratch hardly. You hear a lot of staticky sound because the record is old and it does have micro static on it. It's incredible. Yeah, it's that's good stuff. That is good stuff. You have to be my age, I guess, to really fully appreciate stuff like that. Well, so far I'm doing pretty good. I've only had to, trash 2 records that were actually cracked. They were cracked all the way through. Couldn't do much anything with them. A couple of records did have bad sides on one side. So, you just mark that as bad and just play the other side. That's all. So far I'm batting about 800. Here's the latest one here. I'm really glad I restored this record player. It's sat around for 20 years or more.
Somebody else would seem so strange. That's why I don't want to change. I hate to lose you. I'm so used to you now.
Well, I've only got a couple of records left to play tonight. I wound up trashing 4 of them. Not much I could do about it. The cracks were all the way through. I didn't want to ruin my needle. And sometimes you can still play these even with cracks, but I don't want to screw up the needle. This is Victor Young and his orchestra. Yeah, I know these are old, long-haired music, boring stuff for the young crowd, but it's the quaintness of it. This is how music all started out. It didn't start out with iPads or iPods or whatever the heck they're called. It started out with stuff like this, and even older stuff like this. So it's the quaintness of it. It's our American heritage is what you're looking at here and listening to. This is Paul Weston and his orchestra. Paul Weston was another great band leader. Anyway, I think a few years after this song was done, he married Jo Stafford. Jo Stafford was a big band singer. She was great too. They had a good marriage. They had a couple of kids. Paul Weston. If you ever get a chance to pick up some Paul Weston records, whether they be 78s or not, listen, it's great music. Great mood music. Mood music. Well, anyway, this is the stack I started with today, and I had to get rid of 4, like I said. And I'll tell you what, I've already got $10 worth of enjoyment out of these. Just this bag right here. I've got 2 more bags to go. Until next time, this is John.